So we have two types of chlorophyll, chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B. You can notice visible light spectrum is 400 to 700 nanometer. 400 to 700 is the wavelength of visible light, white light, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Red is 700, violet is 400, close to 400. You can notice this. So photosynthesis rate is very highest for this blue, violet, indigo, blue, this part. You can notice. So this is where chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B absorbs most of the radiation. Okay. And then again at yellow, you can see blue wavelength and yellow, you can notice here. So that is where most of the photosynthesis takes place. So what is happening now, aerosols in the atmosphere is affecting this particular wavelength reaching the surface. So in turn, in future, what is going to happen, the plants on the surface, they will not be able to carry out photosynthesis efficiently, affecting our food production, overall biomass also in general in the future. So means most of the problems we are creating, correct, is going to affect us, not now but in the long run. So solar dimming has an impact on our overall vegetation in general. So this is something that we have to worry about. Photosynthetically active radiation, we call it as, and the chlorophylls that are present in the leaves, and in what wavelength they carry out photosynthesis. Okay, so please remember this. So you notice this violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, yellow here, orange, red here. So you can notice that highest photosynthesis take place in this indigo, blue light, and again in yellow. So rest is, you can notice it is reflecting back. So that is the reason the chlorophyll, which is green in color, reflects green light. As a result, the plants appear green color. Okay, so that also you should know. So photosynthetically active radiation is being affected. Now you can read, you can understand the rest. There are two types: primary aerosol, secondary aerosol. Okay, you can notice directly emitted by us, ash, smoke, soot, volcanic ash. Those which react, primary aerosols react and they become secondary aerosols. In one of the class I was talking about photochemical smog, where various urban pollutants react, nitrogen compounds, ozone, correct? They all react in the presence of sunlight, becomes peroxyacetyl nitrate. This kind of photochemical smog also causes a lot of damage to solar dimming, okay, or reduces solar insolation. Okay, so rest is Then also dust particle acts as a condensation nuclei. These dust particles are very important for condensation. You can notice this as a condensation nuclei, causing cloud droplets to be smaller and longer lived, resulting skies to remain overcast for extended periods. So more dust particles means what happens? More condensation, more cloudiness in the sky. So that will also increase the albedo of the earth, and more rainfall. More rainfall means flood again. That is again another damage for us. Okay. So rest is all not important. You can just read. So you can see this is like two-may effect, we call it as. That's what I was talking about. More anthropogenic aerosols result in more, you can see, creating more tiny droplets which reflect more sunlight and cool climate. Okay. So this is resulting in something urban wind stealing effect. Because most of the urban areas, what is happening? Urban areas are what? Built up environment. You go to any urban area, there is only buildings, correct? It's a concrete jungle. So tall buildings and all. Whereas surrounding rural areas are what? Farms. As soon as you enter the city, you can see big buildings. So we have something called urban wind stealing effect. Because of the structures, because of the built up environment, most of the wind that is entering the urban area is getting blocked. As a result, you can notice, so from the rural areas, whatever wind is entering, it is weakened as it enters the urban area. So this is also kind of a process in which most of the aerosols are not entering the urban environment. They are getting stalled in the rural areas itself. You can now read this. Urban wind stealing effect. A study has found that urban wind stealing effect creates urban aerosol clean islands in North India. The case study is from North India. So especially caused due to weakened surface wind, because winds are cut off due to friction of the buildings. So most of the wind won't enter the city. So as a result, that is also causing decrease in the amount of aerosols in the urban environment. This is a kind of a good news, but over a long run it is having more impact in the vicinity or surroundings of the urban areas. Fringe of the urban areas will have more damage because of more aerosol present. Okay. So you can see this article also talks about urban aerosol clean island, where 43% of the cities in northern India had lower aerosol levels compared to the surrounding vicinity. So please remember, this is another topic you have to remember. So urban wind stealing effect. So these are the topics which are now emerging. They might ask this year or next year, because these are part of 2025 December January 2026. So either this year or the next. So or they might ask this solar dimming in mains. But you never know. So solar dimming as a process and how it affects rainfall pattern. Correct, I told you photosynthesis rate on earth, that they might ask. So be ready for such topics.